When you start thinking about document print and that space, do you see any kind of is there a value add or is there a shift happening to, because paper exists, paper is going to be in the office space, all those types of things, but a shift to maybe imaging is a way to think about it versus print. And when I say imaging, are we thinking about an interface that allows a business to attach, let's say, metadata to, so almost the print services are those devices that were output devices in the past, almost become input devices as organizations move away from paper, but they have paper they need to digitize. And not only do they need an image of that paper, but they need that paper, that document to be indexable. So I can do intelligent search on it. Is there any kind of a thrust in that direction?
Well, I think the channel is hoping it is, but I think that day ended in the year 2000 in 2010. I mean, if you think about it, what's not born behind glass? What business document is not born behind glass? Those, you're talking about very little verticals, maybe. Mm-hmm. Medical still has some, handwritten documents, but even today, when you're in the hospital, it's all behind glass. They're not even using charts anymore in a lot of these hospitals. So, what business, if you think about an industry that sells up and down the street print equipment that has the capability to scan in these small businesses, which is 85–90% of their customers, who the hell's scanning documents? I mean, this is, years ago, yeah, you had filing cabinets. You wanted to put all that stuff into the system because you were building an imaging system or a depository. You wanted to funnel all that in there so you could index it and pull it up whenever you wanted. Well, today it's already there. I mean, it's been in there for 5 or 6 or 7 years. So we're seeing, what can we do with some workflows? What kind of depository systems can we buy? But I think it's really not about the scanning as much as the people that want you to scan believe it is. I mean, I think there's still some verticals where you have to scan some document in, but I think that's distracting. I think that distracts a whole channel that's trying to sell where the IT channel might be able to prevail a little better in this. If you're going into an environment and you want to help someone manage their documents that are already behind glass a better way, there's products out there you can do that with. But if your whole goal is to go in there to try to manage somebody's documents, which live behind glass, is to sell them a device to scan stuff into the glass, it's just stupid. Right. I mean, hey, keep the machine you have. Let's just pay off the lease. It's got a scanner on it. We'll make sure that when you do have to scan these originals, we can send them up to the. But they don't think that way. It's always they're trying to, how do we bring more value to an MFP with a scanner by talking about document management? It's a nutty conversation.